This is tattooed on my brain. The stats are staggering, right? 4-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time league MVP, college champ in '77 with the Irish, Sportsman of the Year. I could go on, but I won't. Joe Montana is here to tee up Super Bowl 53 and to share his love of the game. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Canada Land.
Thank
all
you.
right, let's start with DAZN, this branding on your sweater. What's this all about? This is a streaming service.
Yeah, it's a streaming service where you can watch all kinds of sports. It's like Netflix for sports. It's
cool.
One of the places you can watch the Super Bowl live. And we're reaching out to let people know if you're not going to be able to watch it or you don't have access to it. They can reach out on my social media or DAZN's social media and tell us why. And we just may have a surprise for you.
Okay. All sports, all access, all the time. All right. Excellent. Okay. So, got to go right back to this last game, this weekend of games. Amazing. Overtime games, both of them, right?
Yeah.
The non-call, the Saints thing there. Did you ever lose a big game over a bad call? And does that stuff ever leave you?
No, it doesn't. We lost the championship game due to a pass interference call on the way on the other side of the field that was kind of a bogus call, we thought, too. Unfortunately, today, with these happening, even you go back to the Kansas City game, same thing. There was a bunch of calls in there that cost Kansas City the game that typically are either no calls or should have been changed. And if they're gonna have a review, they should review everything, right? That's the way I feel.
I think coaches should get a challenge flag for a call and a penalty within 2 minutes left after 2 minute warning.
I think it's just hard when you have two teams that have fought for so long to get to this position, to get into the Super Bowl. Those things make a big difference, and you know that they wouldn't have scored.
No.
If they get the penalty, who knows? They may have scored, they may not have, but it's a big play in the game. And the same thing like in Kansas City, there were 3 or 4 of them that made a big difference.
Well, there was a call against Brady at the end there, and you know that was, let's be real, it was not roughing the passer. Do you think quarterbacks are too precious and protected these days compared to what you had to deal with?
Yeah, well, as a quarterback, I say, if I was playing, I'd say no. But I mean, realistically, you should be able to take a hit, right? As a quarterback, where guys get hurt is not really on the hit as much as it is when you because we're the only guys standing still. When you get hit, you're getting hit by a guy that usually outweighs you by at least 100 pounds or more. Yeah. And when you can see they compress you into the ground. That's when guys get hurt. If you just tackle me and like you tackle everybody else, fine. But because we're standing still, they get an opportunity to get you off balance, and then they drive you into the ground. If they could stop that part of it, I don't think a quarterback would. I mean, that's usually what separates the quarterbacks. Can you stay there and throw the ball accurately?
Let's talk about Mahomes. You know, they fell short versus the Pats, right, KC? But as a former Chief who last led them to the Final Four, he's impressive. Shot putting and no-look passes. That's something we've never seen.
Yeah, he's got a unique talent that, you know, it's going to be fun to watch in the years to come. Looking forward to it. I think that the Chiefs, you know, I was pulling for them hard the other day, but you know, I think their time is still ahead of them. So
Super Bowl 53, experience versus youth, is the key to victory protecting these quarterbacks because neither of them is particularly mobile.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I think it's going to come down to whether, you know, there's 2 things that always happens when you play New England. You have to be able to move the ball and score with them, or you have to be able to get to Brady. And, you know, they have a pretty good defensive front, a little different than the Chiefs. They can get pressure with 4 guys. So, but you really got to get to him and make him get rid of the ball faster than he wants.
Seconds left. Super Bowl MVPs. You were 3 times. In 1990, you won a Buick Riata. In 82, you won a Trans Am. What did you win in 85? We couldn't find it. Was it a K car? Do you remember?
In 85. No, it was a Chrysler convertible. I can't remember the style. Yeah.
There's your Riata. That's nice, eh?
You
still got the Riata?
You know what? Of all of them, I still have that thing sitting there. It doesn't run, but I still have it.
Joe Montana, such a pleasure to meet you, sir.
You bet. My pleasure. Thank you.